Common obstacles in practice. As with learning any new skill, expect to have some difficulties or obstacles as you start practicing mindfulness. Just like with physical exercise, even if you know something is good for you, your busy schedule, procrastination, forgetfulness, or avoidance can stop you from being consistent. If you have ADHD, you're probably familiar with these obstacles since they can easily come up whenever working on any task that seems repetitive or uninteresting. It may also be more difficult for you to sit comfortably for prolonged periods of time. Overall, you can approach these difficulties like any other kinds of experience, something that you can bring your attention and curiosity to for a moment before returning to intended practice. Here are 6 obstacles and few specific suggestions for how to work with these difficulties. Unhelpful mind habits or behaviors. Obstacles can come in a form of procrastination, rationalizing, avoidance, perfectionism, or being overly critical or judgmental. They are a part of human nature, and some of them, like procrastination, can be made worse by having ADHD. Yet, with a degree of commitment and effort, we can all work around them. You can start by labeling the difficulty. For example, oh, there is procrastination, or there is a judgmental thought. Once awareness is brought to something, it no longer stays the same. You are now present and have a new choice about what to do about it. When you recognize that procrastination is happening, you can choose to continue procrastinating, or you can resolve to stop it. Even if you have stopped practicing mindfulness for a while, with this new awareness, you now have a choice to renew your intention to bring it back into your life. Sleepiness or restlessness. When sitting down to do formal practice, other kinds of difficulties can come up, like feeling of sleepiness or restlessness. If you notice some sleepiness, straighten your back or open your eyes to increase your alertness. If you notice restlessness, with fresh eyes or a beginner's mind, observe the feeling with curiosity. How does restlessness feel inside your body? Do you notice any thoughts or feelings that are present? For example, I don't like this, or this will never help me. Can you put a label on what you notice? You can also take a breath, relax your body, and see if you can hold the restlessness from a wider perspective as part of the overall experience. If you experience a lot of restlessness, sometimes using a relaxing image, counting breaths, or repeating a calming word like peace or rest can also help settle the body and mind. Noises and distractions. As you practice, you may also notice noises and other distractions that may be frustrating. See if for a moment you can bring your attention to them and notice them non-judgmentally. For example, noises are simply sounds that can evoke pleasant or unpleasant feelings. Once you acknowledge the distraction and the feeling it provoked, see if you can return to your guided meditation. Incessant or busy mind. If your mind is repeatedly drawn to an idea, image, or feeling when you are practicing, just continue to label it and let it be when you notice it. At any point, you can always come back to the breath as an anchor to the present moment. The good news is that you don't have to struggle to empty your mind to practice mindfulness. You can be mindfully aware of whatever is there, even the incessant mind. uncomfortable or painful feelings. If you notice aversion or pushing away of an idea or feeling, see if you can accept and open to it. If the feeling is a significant physical or emotional pain, see if you can acknowledge it and gently notice its sensations for a moment. Then shift your attention to a place that feels safe or comfortable, like your breath, your palms, or a calming phrase or image. You can work with these painful feelings by moving your attention back and forth between the painful feeling and a safe or a comfortable place. Through mindful awareness and gently opening up to the experience of the unpleasant or painful feeling, you are no longer stuck avoiding it, and you open the possibility of transforming pain into growth and healing. Boredom and doubting. And finally, if you notice boredom or doubting, there is no need to judge it as bad. Instead, acknowledge and label it, and bring attention back to what you're wanting to focus on. You can also remind yourself of your intention for what you're doing and reframe it from being an unpleasant task to being a new learning experience and an act of self-care. See if you can become reinterested in exploring awareness and seeing how your mind and body states change from moment to moment. In the following tracks, you'll be guided through several different mindfulness exercises. The general instruction is to do these practices while sitting. If restlessness arises while sitting, the intention of the practice is to notice the restlessness as any other body sensation and continue sitting. However, if at any point sitting still becomes too difficult, as an act of kindness to yourself and your ADHD, feel free to shift your position or do mindful walking or mindful movement instead. If you do mindful walking, rest your attention at your feet, noting the movement and the sensations of touching the floor. As you explore the mindfulness exercises firsthand, you are invited to use your creativity, willingness, effort, and kindness in developing this new way of relating to yourself and your ADHD.